So today I'm going to teach you how to apply Jamberry nail wraps. Now if you're not familiar with Jamberry nail wraps, they're a heat activated vinyl nail wrap that you can do at home. They're quick, they're easy, and they're really simple once you kind of get past the learning curve of how to put them on. They're durable, they don't chip like nail polish, they last, up to 7 to 10 days on your fingers, and sometimes even longer, and on your toes up to 6 weeks. They come in hundreds of different styles. There's a couple of different ways you can apply Jamberry. The one I'm going to show you today is my favorite way. You just need a couple of simple things to get started, and I'm going to show you that later. They are fantastic. They definitely meet the price point, and I hope you enjoy them. So stay tuned, and hopefully you learn something, and pin and share. All right, first up, you are going to push back your cuticles. So for this, I'm using a cuticle or spoon pusher. These are wonderful because we all have invisible cuticles and you want to make sure you get rid of them. Any contact with the skin, Jamberries will not stick. They won't last as long. So push those back. Next, you want to get some rubbing alcohol with either a cotton ball. I'm just using a paper towel here to get rid of any excess oil on your skin. That is also an enemy to Jamberry. Then once you've got your nail beds prepped, you are ready for your base coat. This is Jamberry base coat. I love it. It dries very quickly, and it also helps strengthen your nails. And then we're going to do probably the most time consuming part, and that is matching your Jamberry nails to the size of your fingernails. Now you want to err on the side of too small rather than too big. So make sure they are inside the dimensions of your fingernails. They come on a great big sheet just like this one. I've already used a couple, but they have a wide range of sizes for both your fingers and your toes. And then you can also trim to fit if you need to. Some of my nail beds just have a little bit of a flatter cuticle, so I just trimmed off a little teeny tiny bit. And then this is the part that I think is a little bit different in application. So you want to remove them cold, and you're also going to apply it to your nail bed as close to the cuticle again as you can without getting it on the skin. And you're going to do this cold. The reason is because I like to put them on this way, then heat them up with your heat source. This is a little mini heater that you can purchase through Jamberry. It gets really hot very quickly, and it's very effective. It's so small too. It's great to travel with. Then you're going to heat it up. Once it's hot, that is when I like to apply. And I am pulling, as you can see on the Jamberry, and pressing it into the edges of the wrap. And pulling again towards the end of the fingernail. You can also use that spoon pusher to really get in the creases and the edges of your Jamberry, because you don't want any bubbles, you don't want any lifting or gaps, because then that allows for moisture and oils to get in there and will make it not last as long. That is why Jamberry application is so important. And I'm just going to go ahead and heat it up one more time after I've pulled and kind of got any bumps out of the wrap itself, and then I'm going to press it down towards the end of my nail. Once it's cool, you're going to take a nail file and you just trim off any excess on the edge of your fingernail. It's pretty fantastic to see it just kind of cool and be set and ready to be filed off. You want to kind of go in a downward motion. Don't go onto your fingernail bed, or you will actually rub off your pretty nice new wrap. So that's it. You just file it off at the end, and it's smooth and looks great. I have really curved fingernails. That's why I like this application, is because it allows you to kind of pull and get any of the bubbles out. Back to trimming, as I mentioned a little bit before, I have really curved fingernails, so it's harder to get the wraps to match my nails. So I have taken some Scotch tape and I've just traced basically a template on my fingernail. And then using a small pair of cuticle scissors, I've laid them on a larger wrap. Maybe this one could be for a toe. I'm just going to trim it to fit my fingernail. This is a really great trick if you have some odd shaped fingernails, or you want to just get more out of your Jamberry wrap application. Word of caution though, you want to make sure you trace it and put it on the top of the Jamberry, not on the back, or you will get the opposite shape of your fingernail. And then make sure you peel off all of the tape. You don't want that on top of your Jamberry as you apply it. And then I'm just going to show you again. So apply it cool, put it up to your heat source, and I'm going to let you see actually how long it takes. My heater, I can hear it click when it's really hot and the coils are working really well, anywhere from 3 to 5 seconds. So that's how long it takes. You'll see the Jamberry kind of start to curl a little bit. This one's curling a lot because I made sure I got it nice and hot. That's also a key, is to make sure your wrap is hot enough. If you try to mold it onto your fingernail before it's hot enough, it's not going to pull, and you're not going to get the bubbles and the bumps out as easily. So again, just put it on there, mold it to your nail, do a little bit of tugging towards the end, and then mush it onto your fingernail. And I'm doing this one more time just so you kind of see that I really am using kind of a pulling technique. Then I'm just going to seal off the ends. I really like to do that to make sure the end of my nail is nice and sealed, as to not get any moisture or anything up inside of the nail bed. Then take your file again and just get off any of the excess, and it really does just peel right off. So that's how you get that nice clean finish on the end. And I love Jamberry's patterns. If you've been on the website, you've seen they have hundreds and hundreds of options. They also have a design section where you can do your own. So I'm just going to add a little bit of an accent nail on my pinky because I just think it's cute to kind of break up the structure of the lines. But anyway, a little animal instinct right there on the pinky. So again, heated it up, filed it off, and I've got out any bumps or ridges or anything that might be on the sides. And then this is just my personal preference. I like to take the Jamberry top coat lacquer and put it over the top. I feel like it just seals in the edges and keeps them looking beautiful even that much longer. And then the last step is to take some Jamberry cuticle oil. Any cuticle oil will really do, but I really do like the Jamberry cuticle oil. And that's it. 7 to 10 days or longer on your hands, or up to 6 weeks on your toes.